Welcome back, Mark Smith here from Business Asset Protection. We're a division of DC Partners Solutions. We're having a look at Section 40 of the Bankruptcy Act, and we're actually into Part 3. So today we're looking at Section 40 in brackets 1 in brackets B, and we're looking at transactions that are voidable against your future bankruptcy trustee. Okay, so here we are in Section 40, and we're going to be nice and familiar. Again, if you're looking at these, make sure you're looking at the most recently enforced version of the Bankruptcy Act, because it does change all the time. Even if you Google it, you will probably come to the wrong version. So to get to that, go to this series, you just click on View Series and view the latest. And we're going to Administration, Proceedings, there you go, Section 40. So we're looking at section today, we're looking at Section 41B. So this is where a debtor commits an act of bankruptcy in each of the following. So there's many of these. And this particular one we're looking at today, Section 40 in brackets 1 in brackets B, is if in Australia or elsewhere, he or she makes a conveyance. Now, we had a look at the definition of conveyance, and I've got the definition up there for you to have another look at. It's a way of disposing of or getting rid of. Makes a conveyance, transfer, settlement. That may have a particular meaning, so we should look up a settlement or other disposition. So that leaves it very open. It's another way of disposing of his or her property or of any part. So you just get rid of the juiciest part or a small part or any part of his or her property. So it must be his or hers to begin with, and it's disposed of in Australia or elsewhere. You could be at Timbuktu, you could be on the moon, wouldn't matter where it was. So that's only part one, way number one. He or she creates a charge on his or her property. Now here, we looked at this in up above. We said that wasn't necessarily to do with security, but here it's where he or she creates a charge on his or her property, and we should, again, very technical, but what does the word charge mean? We should have a look at this, and I'll try and pop that definition up over my shoulder here so you can have a look. He or she makes a payment. Broad. Or he or she incurs an obligation. So you go and borrow $100 million when you know there's no possible way that you could service it. So you charge your property, you make a payment, you give away $5 million, and in circumstances where you can't pay your other bills. These would be, so if in Australia they do all these things that would, if he or she became bankrupt, would be void as against the trustees. So this now brings us into sections 120, 121, and 122. These are voidable transactions. So it's a absolute Pandora's box. And just looking further at this word charge, I've done some research off air, and it would appear to me that there's a very broad interpretation of the word charge. So it basically is going to mean mortgage or indebtedness, a liability. You could even think of it in terms of hocking. You're going to hock some piece of property. It could be big or small. It could be 10-point tower. It could be you hock your car. You create a charge in circumstances that would, if you became bankrupt, be void against your trustee. So it's something that can be unravelled at a later point. Very broad, very broad. So we're going to have a look at, we haven't got into voidable transactions. We're only at B. So we've had a look at G, which is bankruptcy notices. We've had a look at A, if you make a conveyance for the benefit of your creditors generally, and also these other ones that would be void as against your trustee. So there's a lot more to go through. I hope you're getting the gist of just how broad these powers are. So if you're in the position where someone has served a bankruptcy notice on you, you think you're insolvent, you can't pay your bills, or you've got someone else who, you're a small business and you've got someone that owes you money, and someone's making payments, incurring obligations, creating charges on their properties, conveying parts of their property or all of their property, it would be really good to talk to you. Give us a call on 1300 327 123. Chat with us at the using the tools down in the bottom right hand corner of bottom right hand corner on our webpage, dcpartners.solutions. We've got an instant message tool there. You can upload your documents as whether you've been served a bankruptcy notice or you've got someone who's indebted to you and you're looking for someone that's very skilled at this debt recovery stuff. So come and have a talk to us. The first meeting's obligation free, won't cost you anything, and we'll tell you very clearly, very quickly whether we can or we might be able to help you. We may not be able to say yes, we definitely can help you, but we can give you a clear indication of whether we think we might be able to help you. you. So happy Easter. Today's the Friday the 2nd of April. This is probably going to air on the 3rd, but we're available, very long hours. Money never sleeps, so they say. 1300 327 123, or use the instant message chat tool in the bottom right corner of our screen, dcpartners.solutions. So thanks for tuning in. Next, we're going to get into section 40, 1C. Many other exciting ways that you can give the strong hint that you might have committed an act of bankruptcy. Thanks very much. 1300 327 123, or chat with us, bottom right corner of our screen, dcpartners.solutions. Thank you.